what's up? It's been a while since I posted a video. Thought I would just take a quick video while I'm driving. So, not much has happened. I figure you don't get to see my beautiful face that often, so I would just put myself on camera. I've gotten, I'm still small potatoes like I've always said on YouTube, but I've gotten a lot of, to me, a lot of subscribers and a good amount of views and a lot of good feedback. So, just figured I'd say thanks once again. And so right now it's December 22nd, I think, something like that. I think so, yeah. And I decided that today would be a good day to take my car back to the garage, where I built the thing, and get it put away for the winter, because it's gotten snowed on a couple times and my cover's ripped to shreds and it's falling apart and it's leaking, and this car is, it's still fairly low mile, and it didn't really leak. The T-tops don't leak and stuff, but from sitting and not, the T-tops not being used, and it's been sitting, I don't know, I guess the seal shrunk a little bit, so it gets a little bit, if snow sits on it for a while, it gets a little bit of water inside of it. So we're just gonna nip that in the bud and take it back to the garage. So I'm also doing something that I didn't think I would ever do. I am driving this car in the rain. Yeah. Most of you know what happened to the car before, which prompted my 6-liter build. Was I was driving home from work in the rain, got caught in a massive downpour, saw no other cars around me, and saw a puddle, and tried to coast my way through it, and didn't work out so well. It was up past my door sills, hydro-locked the motor instantly. I did not try to start it, but when I got home and cleaned it all out, changed the oil and all that, I realized I had a pretty bad rod knock. So that was the end of that, and I've been kind of gun-shy about even thinking about driving this in the rain, but today is the only day I have to do this before New Year's and all that. So it's interesting. I'm a little anxious, but I'm about to hop on the highway and try really hard to keep it pointed in the right direction. The Nitos that I have, whatever, 555s, they're pretty good. They're not bad, but anything over granny driving and this thing wants to spin, which is pretty, that's even common for lower power cars, but it's just a little too much. So we're gonna take it easy. I'll probably do another quick video when I get it home or something. So far so good. Hope I don't run out of gas. All my autometer gauges are fogged up. I don't know if that's a common thing or not, but maybe not. Maybe from not being used very often. But as soon as I started the car and it started to get warmed up, they fogged up. So that's kind of weird. So anyway, we'll see you guys when the car is safe and sound. All right, here's what I meant by rain. Here's what I meant by foggy gauges. Not really sure what the deal is there. I'm also not really sure what the deal with everybody's driving habits when it rains. I'm not even so much worried about the puddles anymore. I'm worried about the idiots around me. It's so terrible the way people drive. Anyway, I wanted to make another comment too about I've been driving my Subaru for a while now, and it's got big wipers, like long wipers, and they're those new like frameless design, and they wipe really good. And now I'm using these, and they're like, I feel like I'm just swiping pencils, like wooden pencils across my windshield. I mean, they're working, but man, I might have to upgrade those at some point here. But we're still trucking along, no problems, running pretty good. I just wish I got to get an alignment for sure. It feels very, the rain is probably making it worse, but it feels very spongy. I definitely need an alignment. Well, here I am. Made it. No problems. Other than it just being crappy out. Car did pretty good. Cruised on home. I didn't run out of gas. I was a little worried about that, but I'm actually trying to run as much of this tank out as I can, because when spring rolls around, I might have new injectors, and I'm going to empty the tank, just completely drain it of all that gas, and finally maybe get my my fuel gauge calibrated. I figure if I empty the tank, then I put maybe 3 or 4 gallons in from a plastic like tractor jug, and then I drive down to the gas station, which is like half mile away. If I reset my fuel gauge to 0 at that point, then fill it up and set it to full, when it reads empty, I should still have a few gallons of gas. I'd like to have a little bit of a safety net, so that when I'm hitting E, I'm not basically on fumes. I never actually was able to do that because I never really knew how much gas was in there. So I was just kind of running it lower and lower each time. And obviously that's just not the smartest thing to do. And I didn't get very far because the car went down. So it's in the garage, as you can see. If you thought the garage was cramped and small and dungeony when I was working on the motor, now that you see the car in here, I cleaned in here a lot. Like, I organized a lot of crap and threw a lot of stuff out, and I still have leaning towers of bins. But the car is essentially up as far as it can go without hitting stuff. And if I move that toolbox, I could probably walk around the front. But as it is right now, I gotta walk like all the way around the back. So look at that. There's another good shot of that clear coat. It's disgusting. Looks like such a hoopty. Crappy, and then still super nice. The sides are good. The top is bad. I'm ready to just flat black the entire top and leave the side blue and say that I'm doing it to be cool. I'm not sure if I'm going to post the part of the video where I mentioned I need an alignment. This car is so floaty. I don't remember it being so numb. It's very numb. You like turn the wheel a little bit, and it goes, but it's not a whole lot of feedback. And I think a lot of that's in the alignment. So we're gonna get an alignment here ASAP. Either that or something's goofy with my suspension, my shocks or something. Because it just feels spongy. I have 200 miles on it since the swap. That is, to me, pretty good. And nothing happened. No, knock on wood, no major problems. Oil pressure is 50 psi at idle at all times, even when hot, and that's with the break-in oil. I can only imagine that regular oil is probably gonna, should be better or higher, maybe, I don't know. At anything above maybe 2,000 RPMs, it's at, oil pressure is probably around 75. Acts the same way it did when, oh look, I found a lock that I was trying to find months ago. Sorry, dude, that bought my valve springs. Yeah, so oil pressure is good. The temperature gets up to 180, and I feel like that's not like what it used to do. It supposedly has a 160 thermostat in it. I don't know what temperature my fans are set to, because this pesky not having HP tuners or any way to really read my computer. But I feel like it's getting a little hot. So I think when spring rolls around, I think it's going to be maintenance time. I'm going to change the oil, put regular Dino oil in it. 200 miles. They say you can go 500 miles, but I don't think you have to go 500 miles. I think you just have to change it before that. So I'm going to get just put some regular Dino oil in it for now. Whatever I can find, because it's only going to be in there for like 1,000 miles, and then decide. I might do Amis oil. I'm not sure. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to fix. I do have a brake leak still, and I might get chastised for admitting this because I just drove it home. But it doesn't. The fluid, like, I haven't had to top it up since I'm going to wish my light was on. All right, hang on. I haven't had to top it up, but I've got some concerns about the master cylinder reservoir. I don't know if you can see that, but it's awfully damp. And I don't know if it's common to leak around that, but it's even wet up top. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know, maybe I'll try, I might look into just getting a new reservoir and cap, because that fitting right here, if I dry that off completely and go for a spirited drive and come back, there'll be no brake fluid leaking out of that. If I let it sit for like a few days, it'll just be wet under here if I just wipe my finger. It hasn't dripped as far as I can tell. The chassis looks clean. The K-member, which is right under there, looks clean. My steering shaft hasn't got anything on it. And like I said, I haven't had to add fluid. So what I'm going to do, oh, yeah, I'm always amazed. Sorry, this is off topic. I'm always amazed. I just took that long drive and I can grab this. I can grab my headers. I love these stainless headers. What I'm going to do is, sorry, off topic. I'm going to put the shorter nut. I'm going to cut that back because it's too close to the header anyway, and there's plenty of room there. I didn't actually flare these. These were factory flared, or wherever they came from. So I'm going to put the shorter nut on there. I'm going to replace these fittings in case there's garbage in there, because I've had trouble sealing this before. And I might reinvent the wheel with this whole concoction. That's from SJM, the ABS delete kit and line lock kit. So, you know, it's not like I pieced it together, but I think I can get something better, maybe from Russell or something. Anyway, I'm going to shorten this up, put the new nut on, reflare it, put it all back together, and that should take care of that, and it will get me away from my header more, buy me a little more clearance. So, and it also looks like my power steering hose is kind of leaking a little bit. So that might be another expenditure. Again, I haven't touched any of this stuff. You know, it's been like this when I bought the 99 Camaro. Those hoses are from the 99 Camaro. So I don't really know how many miles they have on them, but I know they've been in and out of cars a bunch of times. And, you know, they're probably just worn out. So that's where I'm at. I think we'll do some basic maintenance on it, and then I'm gonna plan on getting it tuned. I'm still not sure what I'm doing for injectors. I don't know yet. These ones I definitely want to get rid of at this point. So that's it. That's the big and huge fun update, I guess. Oh, I did find my adapter for my brakes. All I had was the clutch one. And then I tried to make this out of a cap from AutoZone, which fit like crap and didn't come with a gasket, so I had to make a gasket. Let me see. Yeah, here. I tried to make one. That's 2 layers of rubber, and I drilled a hole and tried to screw a fitting in there and clamp it. It never worked. Never could build pressure, so that was a stupid waste of time. But then I found that when I was cleaning the garage, so it's all good. I'll use that when I fix my brake lines. But that's about it. I'm really trying to figure out what the heck to do for videos. I might do a video on how I made my balancer installer, because I still have to make 3 of those and try to sell them to get a couple dollars. And also the steering shafts, I need to work on those because I have a whole surplus of those that I want to modify and give to somebody or sell to somebody. So that's it. Hopefully I can come up with something to keep everyone entertained, but winter needs to go away. This slop needs to go away. All right, thanks for watching.